Usually the man that cares the less is the man that's going to get the best out of the woman. He's going to get the most out of the woman. Why? I don't know. You got to ask nature that. But I do know a lot of women want a challenge, and they like to chase. They get a kick out of chasing after the man instead of the man chasing after her. I know it's different from what the movies and the storybooks and the love songs say. They actually, like chasing after a man. So it don't matter if he poor, ugly, and this and that. So usually the men who getting the most attention, them the ones that usually have to chase at one time. But now you got men that's getting a lot of attention that's still chasing. So they're acting like they don't have nothing. They act like they don't have women. They act like they don't have money. They're not acting confident. Women can sense confidence in if you're not really attached. You're not really focused on them. If you're not focused on them, they can feel your interest level. If they feel your interest is low and you just bypassing time talking to them or something like that, then their interest gonna go higher. The higher your interests go, the lower theirs go. The higher your interests go, the lower their interests go. So a lot of times, you hear a woman only able to love when they scarred. Who scarred them? A man that unintentionally may have scarred them. Somebody who just wasn't really into them. But if you keep knocking, somebody keep knocking on your door, you don't want to answer. If the mailman, you don't want to answer the door. Somebody keeps trying to sell you something. Come on. One day you're going to say, okay, what is it? What do you want? That's how it is with some men. They're not interested in a woman. He might not be interested in the woman, but she keep on trying to get him because he's not interested in it. She want to grab his attention for a challenge. What can I do to get his attention? What can I do to get his attention? So keep knocking. Boom, 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 boom. Eventually he say, well, she must want my ham bone. Let me give her some ham bone. Maybe she want this ham bone. And then he just get the ham bone and be like, okay, what else you want from me? I didn't like you. You kept asking. I figured you just wanted some ham bone. You could tell I wasn't interested. I wasn't calling you. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing that. So her plan didn't work. She got his attention for a short period of time. But if the longer he made her wait or made her search, it put her in a state of mind where she thinks she like him. But she only liked the challenge. So he give her something. He give her some sex. He give her some sex. Next thing you know, she like, oh, okay, I get her. I need more of his attention. And if he go back, give her some sex and get back into the same mode he got into and wasn't really, at first wasn't really calling her and texting, that's when he'd be like, oh, man, it's not nothing. Look who you went after. You went after somebody you didn't know, all because he didn't give you attention. Only thing he gave you was a challenge. He gave him a challenge. Women go after, it's some guys out here that they can tell that even if he's showing interest, they can sense it's not, they don't really have his heart. They still acclaim him. Some people just into themselves. And if you guys want to know, it's hard for some guys that's got a heart to not care for people. They could be the strongest man in the world, physically, mentally. But once they get a heart, you know what I'm saying? Once they get a heart sometimes, it's hard for them to be nonchalant. So sometimes they disrespect go down with women because they got a heart. And women can sense that heart. And they take that heart as weakness. They take that heart as high interest. I know you think you want, I know what they say. I know they teach you that a woman want a man with interest and high interest in this and that. No. Controlling women want a man with high interest to control, so they can control him through his high interest. Most women want a challenge. It may be as close, half and half, or maybe 60-40. 60% of women, perhaps, they want a challenge. They want a man that got to chase, a man who not calling them, a man who got a girlfriend or a wife, or don't like them, or maybe even don't like women. That's 60%. 40% of women nowadays, perhaps, want to control you. They take your interest level. They want you flowers, expensive, fancy restaurants, buy them gifts, and do all of the calling and stuff like that. Do all of the behind kissing. They want that so they know that they feel like they're the prize. And if they feel like they're the prize, then they feel like they can control everything. So that's what that's about. You got women that want to control, and then you got women that want to chase. You know, and a lot of times they chasing a guy that have a lot of material things or money. It's not because of that. It's the attitude he got with it. The attitude brings, that situation brings an attitude. You know, it brings a certain attitude. Like, I don't need you, this and that. So I've seen guys who don't have nothing to have the attitude and still get the same results. A lot of times it's the attitude. I mean, the actual situation itself helps. But I've seen women, if you got that's been around guys to see him on a regular basis, he have a certain attitude like he's not interested in. They treat him good. It's hard to treat somebody who don't really acting like they want something from you. I guess from a human nature standpoint, it don't pertain to me, but I can see how it's hard for them to disrespect somebody who acting like they don't interested in them. It's easy to dismiss a person or act like, because you think you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings. You think you got power over a person that like you, that have a high interest in you. You feel like you're better than them because they paying attention to you. It's guys who's considered ug mugs. And they've got the gorgeous women in the world. All because they gave little interest. Very little interest. And that's what happens, man. But I'm Allan Williams, the Reallionaire. Many of you know me because I do consultations, one-on-ones with people. I listen to their problems, and if they ask for a solution, I'll give them one based on my overall knowledge and experience with so many people with different scenarios and issues. But a lot of people know me as my music as well, and they know me for that. So also people know me for my health coaching. I know quick, easy, natural ways that help people lose their stomach, get a six-pack, get their arms stronger, lose weight. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I know some things that worked on people that can help you. I know some natural techniques that can help you. That's the only thing I can say. I can't say I have a cure for you because everybody's body different. But I know some things that work that a lot of people a lot of people may not know that work for you based on what you're trying to do to your body. But the nonchalant man, the man who don't really care, the man who got a wife, girlfriend, his hunger level gonna be down. So, then a lot of women, what they do, they attracted to a low hunger level, a low interest level. It makes them feel uncomfortable because a lot of times women want to feel like they can get any man in the world, They want to feel like that. And if they feel like they can't, this Ugg mug guy, why is this Ugg mug guy not paying me attention? He must got a woman that look better than me. So the respect level go up the less you need a woman. The less you desire a woman, the respect level go up. For some reason. How does that work in women's favor? Not good. Chasing after something that's not interested in you is not good. You end up going through a lot of different guys that way. You know, you end up going with a lot of different guys. You end up getting ran through. You end up being for the streets. It's sad, but that's what happens when you chase after something that's not showing you interest. But most people, most women, they only respect that which is not paying them attention. And then they play victim at the end. So that's why a lot of girls, only time they really, really worth something, a lot of times nowadays, is when they get scarred and they get babies by guys who wasn't really into them or was selfish towards them or didn't care about them. Or they got scarred, they got ran through, used up, they hit the wall. All of a sudden, they don't look like they used to. They don't attract the guys they used to attract. So now what they do is they'll get with a guy that they should have got back with 20 years ago. They should have gave that guy they gave a chance today, get back with him 20 years ago. Now they want him to raise their child. It's nothing wrong. All kids need a father. But I think it should be wise to get the man, that good man, have the baby by the good guy first. Don't wait till you get ran through, abused, beat on, dogged out, and wait till your body don't look the same, don't look as vibrant and young as it used to do, for you to be like, you know what? It's time for me to do the right thing. Get somebody that really like me and that care about me. That somebody that I can grow with. A lot of women on the dating sites, they getting with guys while they pregnant. Women on dating sites they on dating sites pregnant with another man's seed. These women on dating sites pregnant with another man's seed, talking about they want a man, and got standards. They acting picky for guys. So guys are really, I think the women's confidence are coming from the guys that want sex. So these guys want sex. So they giving a woman attention. A lot of guys may have girlfriends or wives, but the woman is taking the fact that he's showing me attention. He's showing her attention as, you know, that he really like her. He don't really like her. He probably just wants some sex. He probably got a wife or a girlfriend. But she take that as interest level. Most of the guys that women getting attention from just want sex. Or they got low self-esteem. Or they can be controlled. But it's a large number of them that just want sex. They don't really want a relationship. So it's nothing to get excited about if most of the guys just really want sex and they already in a relationship. So anyway, I'm Allan with Reallionaire. Press the like, the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can see the next video. Remember, I love you, but Jesus love you more. Reallionaire Nation, we out.